Hello Aries, welcome to your October reading. So we're going to be doing something a little differently. We have some astro dice to check out your overall theme of the month. But Aries, already straight away, as soon as I got into your vibe, I was just like, damn, I felt like so much power and confidence. I almost felt like there's like, you are in this energy of just like, I literally feel like just getting rid of anything and everything that is just not in alignment. Like literally, we have Aquarius, second house, and South Node. Wow, okay, so I feel like this is an energy that's coming up for you in October, Aries, where it's like, yo, look, I fucking want money, but I want money in a way that's going to be like joyful. I want money in a way that comes to me through gifts and blessings and feels like not a chore, but it feels like a joy. I feel like for you guys, Aries, poison is a real big word that's coming up for you, and that was even the title of the song that you channeled. But like, I feel as though you guys are seeing how toxic and poisonous society is. Wherever it is that you live, there is something within society, there is something within where it is that you're living that feels toxic, that feels poisonous, that feels like uncomfortable. It might even be like your own fucking government, you know what I mean? Like you're seeing with very clear eyes just how messed up a certain you know, thing is, or a certain circumstance is, or a certain way of governing is. Like this feels like big sort of stuff, like you looking at the big picture and just going like, whoa, this is insane. It feels as though there's like this energy of looking in the past in the month of October and paying attention to how the past actually has manifested to where you are now when it comes to your resources and when it comes to your finances. So the South Node with the second house is saying that you've already built levels of sufficiency, and there's almost like this energy of feeling like, you know, because South Node Taurus to me is a master builder. It's someone who has already learned to build things for themselves from scratch and to do the work and to be really loyal to a cause. And I feel like that's where you've been, and I feel like you've been very loyal and connected to humanity, and someone that's very like in this energy of, I'm like, not to call yourself a humanitarian, but you are a humanitarian. Like you're an activist. You're someone who won't just let bad shit go by, you know what I mean? You're an Aries. My partner is an Aries. Sun conjunct North Node and Jupiter. Jesus, he got a lot of Aries, right? And I've never met someone who is just so like, this is an example, okay? This guy, my boyfriend, like if he sees someone that he hasn't seen in years and years and they're like, hey man, do you want to catch up and have a drink, have a barbecue, whatever? He will literally be like, no, we used to be friends, but we're not friends now, so no, I'm not interested. And then he'll just walk away. Like he just literally has the balls to just do that. And me as this Piscean Libra ass bitch, I'm like, what? Whoa. You literally just told them exactly how you feel and then just left it at that? Like, psh, crazy. But Aries, that's the gift that you have. And obviously it depends on your other placements, just how much you're going to be like that. But I feel like in October, this is you like screwing your head back on and saying like, I'm sick of letting, like, of overextending myself. That's what it feels like with the South Node at Aquarius. It's like I've overextended myself for so long, for everyone else around me, for my friends, for my community, for, you know, all these people that I know online even. Like, it's like maybe giving me this energy of like just being like, you know what, I've got all these motherfuckers in my inbox and I don't care about a single one of them. I'm just not going to reply. I'm just done. You know? It's kind of like valuing yourself. But money is definitely something that's coming up in October because it's feeling like money might have been better in the past, and it's like now you're kind of having to do a little bit of reflective work to see how, and this was similar to like something Pisces had as well, but it's like, how have I manifested, you know, this feeling of lack in a way. And it's not that I think that you guys are lacking, because I feel like you guys have plenty of actual physical money, like you have what you need, but I think there's also just this energy of like, but how can I receive more without having to like give my soul away? Like I literally feel like you're like maybe some of you guys are even like working a job that literally you can see that it's toxic. You can see that they don't care about their employees, they don't care about their customers, they don't care about anything. All they want is the money. And I feel like that's just not going to slide for you anymore, Aries. We have support coming out. Ask for help, get more rest, and nurture yourself. There is definitely a need for you to open up, especially if you need help. It's time to start asking for it, Aries, because that's the thing. You guys don't want help. You guys just want to do everything yourselves. And this South Node in Aquarius is saying, like, lean on the connections that you have. Lean on the people that you have. Some of you guys, you know, you might be in an energy of not having everything quite physically together at the moment, but that's okay. Lean on the people that you can trust. Lean on the people that you know are going to be there for you. Lean on the people who you know respect you and care for you and love you. And also, like, you know, if you're asking for help and if you're being helped by someone, make sure that you reciprocate your appreciation. You know, make sure that you're being, like, honest and open about how appreciative you are that they're taking the time to actually do this for you. Because, you know, there's this energy of maybe in the past having things handed to you, and I think the universe has had to, not even had to, but that's a part of your lesson. You know, in the past we might have been luckier when we were younger. Things might have just sort of fallen into our laps. Things might have just been that little bit easier. And now that we're older, we're needing to sort of take a little bit more responsibility and to, like, grow. You know what this card literally says? It says growth. Seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow and be willing to learn from others. So, you know, you guys are really at a new junction. I feel like the old is dying away and the new is ready to begin. I feel like with this South Node, that means that we're needing to be thinking about the North Node. And so if the South Node is in the 2nd house, then that means the North Node would be in the 8th house, right? So we're needing to look at, where are you actually able to receive more from the people closest to you? Where are you able to maybe let go and, you know, just have a little bit of help? I'm feeling like help is, like, you struggle so hard to ask for help, even though you are so happy to help everyone else around you. And so that's the energy that's coming in October, and it's saying, no. It's time to be willing and open to be helped by other people, whether it's them physically actually giving you resources that you need or giving you information and knowledge. This is really about learning. You're really learning in October how you can support yourself, especially financially, and how you can support yourself to really feel healthy and wholesome and protected and cared for in your body again. Because I feel like with this lack that's been coming through for a little while, you haven't been able to nurture yourself health-wise in a way that you truly would have liked. And so I feel like what's coming in October is kind of like you taking these baby steps. It's just deciding, okay, I might not have all the money and all the resources I need to buy all the stuff that I want, but I'm just going to start with, like, little things. How can I start to budget a healthier way of eating or a healthier way of living? Or, you know, it's just thinking about that and thinking about different ways that you could go about your goals, different ways that you could go about achieving what it is. It's almost even giving me the energy of, like, putting out a call. Like, say if you have a service or you have something that you can offer other people, and you have something that you also need but you don't have the finances to pay for it, it's offering a trade, it's offering a barter, it's thinking more outside of the box about how I can receive support. And, you know, it's even like, think a GoFundMe. You know, if you're wanting to launch something, but you don't have the resources and you don't really know how to get them, start turning to your online community. Start turning to, you know, people that you know, this is giving me someone who just does not, and it's funny that I even brought up that my partner was an Aries anyway. Like, there's no way that I could probably convince him to do something like a GoFundMe. You know what I mean? Or like something that would mean that he has to, like, you know, take his walls down and be like, ask for help. That's just not a very Aries thing, okay? So I know how hard it is. I know that it's uncomfortable as fuck. I'm a progressed Aries Sun, Venus and Mercury. So, you know, there's a lot of growth, I think, that's coming for you as you allow yourself to ask for help, as you allow yourself to slow down and to not need to, like, have everything figured out and have literally, like, everything perfect on your own right now. Okay, we have cycles as well that's coming out. It says everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body and tune into the moon's magic. So, you know, some of you guys are trying to push through your own physical health. You know, you need to be more gentle with your body. You need to be more gentle with your cycle, especially if you are a divine feminine and you have a feminine cycle. You're definitely needing to pay attention to that. Pay attention to your womb and your yoni. This card always, I'm straight up. As soon as it comes out, I'm like, yep, get in, taking care of that yoni. Girlfriend, be taking care of your feminine essence. That's why, like, I felt like using these cards, because these cards, these unicorn cards, they're almost like, when I use them, they just make me feel like so nurtured and so loved. And I feel like you guys, like, this is literally a mother horse and a baby horse. Like, you guys need nurturing and you need love. You might have missed, like, or not even missed, but lacked some of that as a child. And so now you're growing into it. You know, that's true too. With South Node and Aquarius, you might have even had family experiences that were very cold and detached. And so with this second house, you're needing to... you know what? Cold, detached, and primarily focused around resources. You might have had greedy people in your family. You might have had a greedy person or something like that. But it's kind of like this energy is asking you to, in your adult essence and adult life now, have a little bit more commitment to nurturing and loving you. Because the North Node, if the South Node's in Aquarius, the North Node would be in Leo. So Leo is saying, me. How can I focus on me? I need to focus on me. I need to love on me. I need the world to see my magic, my essence, my shine. Because with this South Node in Aquarius, you know, this is always being there for everyone else, the collective. It's kind of even like this, a little bit like chaotic mad scientist energy, to be honest, with South Node Aquarius. And I say that because my little brother has a 11th house South Node and he is totally in Pisces, might I add. So he's totally like 100% a fucking, what would you call it? Like a like he's pretty much like Doc. He would be like Doc in a past life, I'm sure. Anyway, and I mean from Back to the Future, but yes. You guys understand what I'm saying. Like, it's this futuristic kind of crazy, don't quite fit in energy. So you guys have felt like you didn't quite fit in. And so October has you fitting in. It has you really wanting to show and share this this new you who's less reactive and who is more responsive, who is more open to help, who is more open to nurturing themselves and nourishing themselves. With this cycles as well and support, you know, like you're not always going to be really energized and really like in this energy of smashing it out. It's like giving me this vibe of someone who, like a woman in particular, a woman who is a boss or a CEO, is trying to get some like powerful job in a company, and you know, is running herself into the ground trying to do it because she's trying to live off a man's cycle, which is consistent, and a woman's cycle just fucking isn't. You know, so she's gonna have 2 weeks of the month where she ain't keen, where she doesn't want to do it, where she doesn't have the energy to do it, and she's pushing herself and feeling like a piece of shit because she doesn't understand why for 2 weeks of the month she just cannot handle it. Well, that's your cycle, doll. You know, that's because women are literally not meant to function as men, because we have a non-linear cycle, you know, and it's allowing yourself to actually accept that, and it's allowing yourself to be supported in the fact that you need rest and that you need help. Like, you guys, I don't know why I keep thinking about science and like scientist stuff, but it's like, you know, you guys may be a feminine or a woman scientist, but that doesn't mean that you have to operate like a man. You know, it doesn't even matter what you're doing. Like, you're not all going to be fucking scientists. But you don't need to operate like anyone else operates. You need to operate how it feels right for you. So we have the addict card coming out. It says light attribute helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Shadow attributes is compromising integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. You have an addictive pattern and an addictive tendency to try when it comes to money. I feel as though like money has authority over your spirit sometimes. It literally has this power to just make you feel like a complete fucking sack of shit. Like, I literally feel like with this addict, it's like you trying to even at times push money away and to push, you know, resources away even, because you're like, I don't need that, I can do it myself, you know, all that sort of stuff. You're needing to ask for help. You're needing to let help come in. This death card just keeps jumping out. I don't know why I keep picking up the deck, but this death card has jumped out twice. So Aries, you need to let something go. You really do need to like cut something out, cut something away. I feel like the universe has been sending you smoke signals for long enough. Like, I think that you see it. You see where you're holding yourself back by not asking for any help. I think you see that you're creating resistance for yourself and you're keeping yourself in like a little bit of a stuck energy, especially when it comes to your finances, by not asking for help and by not learning more. I think that this is a cycle in your life where it's forcing you to learn more about resources, and it's forcing you to learn and understand how to manage and use them. Like, I'm getting like taxes and shit. Like, we have engineer coming out as well. So you're really in October an energy. In October, you're in an energy that is asking you to really have a good long think about it, to really logically get clear on what you can do to improve your situation. I feel like there's so much energy attached to this that logic can sometimes like get pushed to the wayside. And because, you know, you're a fire sign, so fire feels more than it thinks. Same with the water. You know, so it's kind of like needing to think more this month. We have the light attributes of the engineer as ability to give creative energy a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Literally, a talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. So you're going to find the resolution in October for this this problem, you know. And this problem, it might not even be so much that it's money. It could be overeating with this second house. It could be indulgence. It could be just very addictive behaviors, drinking too much, all that sort of stuff. Like, that's a behavior that you keep noticing is taking you further down. I feel like that's something that needs to die. It's this I just keep hearing sabotage, and it's funny because like you haven't got the saboteur out here, but Pisces just had saboteur, and I just feel as though I'm just seeing the card over and over again, and I feel like you have this self-sabotaging energy sometimes, Aries. And I think that engineer really wants you to practically express your creativity, because you self-sabotage yourself by not allowing yourself to practically express yourself. You hold it all in, you have all this magic inside, but you don't show it to the world. And this is such a message that Pisces just had. There's got to be some connection between you and Pisces. The shadow attribute of the engineer is reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for our emotional consequences. So that's being too logical. That's being out, like, not... And that's Aquarius as well. So there's definitely a dichotomy that's coming up for you in October. And this dichotomy is... you know, because I was saying with Aries being so emotional, so fiery, I feel as though there's like these energies that you go between where it's like really, really like activated, and you might be like, ah, like something happens and you're either really happy, overly happy, really excited, or you're really angry and really frustrated. And then you get to an energy where you're just completely like, you shut it all off and you don't have emotions at all. Aries, that's what it feels like. Reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. So this is even like in the past, you guys might have literally just had to, you might have even just found yourself in situations that really weren't conducive to your emotional well-being, but they seemed like physically they were fitting. You know, you had a roof over your head, you had money coming in the bank, or, you know, bills were paid, could be a job, whatever. But it took its emotional toll. And I think that's why the engineer is coming out, because it's saying you've had your emotional, what's the word? Like, you've had your emotional bank drained before. And so it's time in October to not allow these banks to be drained through finally allowing yourself to explore a solution that you haven't explored before. And I feel like this solution is more so about coming out of like a very stoic, a very like rigid, it feels like a really rigid energy. I'm feeling like there's a need to like let go. That's why this support is here. Ask for help, get more rest, and nurture yourself. I think the change that you're going to start making in October is that you're no longer going to be addicted to pushing yourself. Addicted to chaos is something that I'm getting as well. There's like almost a little bit of this energy with this death here and this addict card. where it's like you just keep pushing yourself and pushing yourself, and it's time to finally just put something to rest. Like, I almost feel like you can push yourself to the brink of just complete physical, emotional, mental exhaustion, with worry and with overwhelm and with fear and with uncertainty. And Aries, it's just not going to work anymore, you know? Like, this worrying energy, all it's going to do is push you further down. You're now being forced to ask for help. You're being forced to ask for support. The Avenger card, light attribute, says desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. And that's what we were saying early in this reading. And then underneath that, we have the child orphan. I think that you guys are really seeing the toxicity in culture and seeing the toxicity in society, whatever society you're a part of. And there's a real desire to clean it up. There's a real desire to be truthful and to speak in your own truth. And even with this engineer, it might be that you're starting to now think of genuine, creative, practical solutions to this toxic as fuck energy that you're witnessing all around you. You know, I think that you're seeing yourself as more of a team player, or more of a important person in the story of the collective, I think, this month, than you've seen yourself before. It's almost like you finally seeing that you're just like, you're seeing yourself as this little baby, and that you're eventually going to grow into this little horse, but a big horse. But at the moment, you know, you need that guidance, you need that nurturance, you need that love and restoration from someone else. You need from someone older than you, from someone who's already been through it all, you know. This is like listening to your elders, talking to your elders, speaking to your elders, paying attention to what they have to say, because they're really going to help you to move through this cycle, you know, to change and to grow and to become a much healthier, happier, more holistic version of yourself. The shadow attribute of the Avenger card is resorting to violence in the name of a cause. So the thing is, just number one, don't, like, and we talked about this because there's so much emotion and depth that comes with Aries and fire. That can be anger. That can manifest as rage. You know, you guys are ruled by Mars, and that's the planet of rage and anger. And so violence can come up. You can feel so overwhelmed by just how fucked up society is sometimes, that like it literally makes you want to break motherfuckers, or it makes you want to break shit. You know, and that violent energy is not nurturing and conducive to you. It's not nurturing to your inner child. It's not nurturing to what it is that you truly need. Instead, it's kind of holding you back. So let's get some more messages for October. Whoa! Jesus Christ, Aries. There's a lot going on. There's a whole deck of cards wanted to jump out. I don't want to take all of them. I'm sorry. I'm just going to take these two. We have the Four of Wands and the Page of Swords. So this might have to do with living situations as well. And needing to find something that feels like liberating. I feel as though you guys are trying to reach a level of comfort in your daily life. Page of Cups. Ooh, Page of Swords and Page of Cups. Five of Wands. And we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Brokeback Mountain. Okay, so with this Five of Wands, we have the Five of Wands and we have the Four of Wands. So it's almost like there's harmony, but there's also conflict. It's like you might be comfortable with where you are, you might really like where you are, you might love where you are, you might even be like quite inspired by the environment that you're in, but at the same time there's a level of conflict, there's a level of discomfort. It feels like with this Page of Swords coming out, it's communicative, like it comes out through words, it comes out through expression. It might even be like miscommunications and things. This Page of Cups is quite about forgiveness. I'm pretty sure this is that the Romeo and Juliet from back in the day or something. And so it's giving me like this unconditional, loving, peaceful, like I can build this peace inside, even if the external world is chaotic as fuck. Because that's what this Five of Wands and this Page of Cups is. It's like there's so much going on externally. There's so much energy around you at the moment. And it might even be like, honestly, like Australia's having this referendum in October. And so this is the energy that it's giving me. Like Five of Wands, Page of Cups. Like there's all these people that are on all these opposing views and all these different ideas and opinions, you know, and there's just so much noise, and it's really about needing to quiet down and get in touch with you this month, and to just really, I think, like, my nose is getting really itchy, so I'm feeling like it's like cutting out how loud everything feels. I feel like Aries getting like into your sensual body, like, and that's second house as well, is actually getting into your physical body. So I feel like eating foods and like just being in the ocean and reading a book, and I think you need to do things a bit slower this month. It feels like everything has moved so quickly, or you're always trying to move so quickly, that you actually do get stuck. And so I feel like moving slowly this month is going to be quite beneficial. Moving slowly is going to help you to finally find a level of, like, what's the word, like clarity. That's what it is. It's clarity, because there's a bit of fog around at the moment. There's been a fog for a while, because you've been in this process of death and of transformation, you know, of release and of let go. There's so many things that you've had to let go, and that's why the universe is asking you to ask for support, because you don't have to go at all this alone. You don't have to figure everything out by yourself. You're not alone. There are other people that can help you. There are other people that, you know, nobody wants to see you suffer. Nobody wants to see you you know, down. So it's kind of like you needing to avenge yourself, you know, with this child orphan underneath that. The shadow attributes, feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. So this is avenging the child within you that felt as though it had to seek surrogate families, that felt like it had to seek alternative options for caring parents, for a loving caretaker, you know. Feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, you know. You have such a deep fear of not being, you know, and that's the thing with this Aquarius South Node. It might even be you have a natural fear in this lifetime of being an outcast, because you know how that feels. You've already known what it feels like to be an outcast, to not be accepted, to be the weird one, or to be the goofy one, the loser. You know, all these labels, all these projections that other people put on us. And this month, October, you're avenging that. You're avenging the version of you that felt like an orphan, that felt like it was left out alone, and that nobody fucking cared about it and no one gave a shit, because they did, you know. You did. It doesn't matter everybody else, you know. You care about you. Your guides care for you. You are loved and you are protected, and even your friends, you know. You may not have had the most perfect family situation. You may not have had a super duper supportive lifestyle growing up, but that doesn't mean that you can't build one for yourself now and avenge the part of you that feels like it was lost, to avenge what your inner child truly, really needed. Because I feel like with this addict, the addictions that you've lean on as an adult now, they come from feelings of not being loved and not being cared for, you know. It's almost like, how can I push away all of these feelings? How can I push away all of these thoughts that try and tell me, you know, all these subconscious beliefs? It's like pushing them away instead of facing them. And so I think in October it's about facing them and then asking for support while you face them. That might even be through therapy, you know, actually going to therapy and getting support for what it is that you've been through, and talking about it and letting people finally, like, you know, chime in and be able to help you, because I feel like you guys haven't wanted help for a long time. And October is the month where it's like, nah, I'm ready for help. I'm ready for health. I'm ready for a situation that feels truly nourishing to me. I feel like you guys are searching for family, searching for a true place in this world and a true connection with people who make you feel, or help you to feel, just completely accepted and as your own. And that's the thing about Aquarius as well, though. Aquarius is unconditionally sort of accepting. Aquarius loves everybody. Aquarius is the humanitarian that doesn't care about what color your skin is, doesn't care about where it is you're from, doesn't care about your social status, doesn't care about your economic status, doesn't care about any of that. Aquarius just cares about who you are as a soul, and that's you. You know, you care about who people are as a soul, and that's why you get... Battery always runs out at 30 minutes. But you guys, I feel like you just have so much integrity and love for people that you really struggle to watch like injustice happen, especially to children, especially when it comes to children, babies, teenagers, all that sort of stuff. Like, you can't stand it. So support your own inner child through being there in support for the world, you know, in support for others. Some of you guys, it's like you're thinking about maybe getting into, I don't know, like, I don't want to say teaching, but something to do with kids. Maybe it's like after school care, or, you know, just something. Definitely you are someone who is really uplifted and inspired by children, and you have this energy that's really connective with children as well. And I'm getting a really itchy nose, so confirmation. But yeah, I feel like working with children actually brings you more joy than you might realize. It's almost like their innocence, and that might have been a discomfort. You might have worked with children in the past and not liked it. And I feel like that might have come from an unhealed aspect of your own inner child saying like, hey, no, we weren't supported. We don't, like, you know, we don't have time for these children because we don't have time for ourselves, you know? So there's a shift that's come in because your energy has changed, and the cycle, as you know, a new cycle is beginning. Tune into the moon's magic. So really paying attention. You have a full moon in your sign coming up, Aries. So this is your full moon. This is a powerful moon for you to be able to clean up a lot of clutter, a lot of mess. Essentially, what seeds did you plant in your season? So what seeds did you plant back in April, March and April? They are what's really coming up now. We're seeing now the fruit or the harvest, I suppose, from the seeds that we planted then. So it's time now, Aries, to, you know, have a look at how these past 6 months have shifted, the changes that have been made, and now start to set your sights on the next 6 months, because now we're planting new seeds in the sign of Libra, your opposing sign. We're planting these beautiful new seeds that are going to be harvested in Aries season, which is your season. So get ready, Aries. I really think that you have a lot of potential this month to really find clarity and peace. It just is going to need you to be compassionate with yourself. It's going to need you to be more open-minded and willing to listen to all sides of an argument and all sides of a story as well, and not just to jump into I'm right, you're wrong, but to really listen and to really connect with your essence and go outside. I really want to say go outside and look at the stars. It's going to be really helpful, Aries. Okay, so I'm going to leave this reading here. I love you guys so, so much. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated with you, look, I've talked too much, please do give it a thumbs up, because it really helps to spread these videos to more beautiful Aries souls. Do comment down below if you feel like sharing. If you would like to book a personal tarot or astrology reading with me, you can do that down below through the link in my description. I have heaps of different reading options and styles. I would like to thank your angels, your ancestors, your higher self, your spirit guides, all the beautiful benevolent beings that are surrounding you and I in all moments, for allowing me to receive and to deliver these messages to you. I really, really appreciate you for being here, Aries. Make sure you check out your channeled song. I forgot to say I might look weird because I have a sty in my eye. I forgot to mention that at the start. But if you're wondering why my face looks weird, that's why. Okay, I love you so much, and I will see you in the next reading, Aries. Peace.